On Saturday, May 18th, at approximately 6:40 a.m., the Dallas Police Department responded to a shooting call at 7200 Valley Glen Drive. Upon arrival, officers found the complainant lying face down in the street, deceased from homicidal violence. At the time of the call, the victim was unidentified. Today, at approximately 3 p.m., the victim was positively identified as Malaysia Booker. On April 12, 2019, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., victim Malaysia Booker was assaulted by several males. This assault occurred at 3558 Wilhurt Avenue, Dallas, Texas. This incident was captured on video and made national news. Subsequent to that offense, the Dallas Police Department made one arrest for felony assault. The department is still attempting to identify others who participated in the assault. The department is actively investigating this offense, and we are encouraging the public to come forward with information to bring closure to both of these offenses. Thank you.
I'll take questions now.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me about the timeline between this person being found on Saturday morning and positive ID happening today. What's the context there, if you have any?
At the time that Dallas Police responded to the call, the victim had no identifiers on their person. It was after the medical examiner was able to positively identify our victim, and we were informed that the victim was in fact Malaysia Booker.
Do you have any idea about where, you may have said this, where she was found?
7200 block of Valley Glen Drive.
Proximity to where the attack happened in April?
No.
Not close?
No, not at all.
And she was in the street?
Correct.
Do you have any idea how long it was before your officers arrived and how long this person had been in the street?
No, sir.
How did y'all hear about the shooting call?
We got a call for service. It was a shooting call was broadcast, and officers responded to that call.
There were people named in the warrant for the person arrested for aggravated assault. When you say that you're trying to ID other people, you mean you're trying to get more evidence for those people, or are those people no longer suspects and you're not looking for another 2 or 3 men?
No. In the original offense that occurred on April 12th, there were several people seen on the Facebook video assaulting Malaysia Booker. We've made one arrest, and we're still attempting to identify other people that were seen assaulting Malaysia in the video.
Is Edward Thomas in the Dallas County Jail? Do you have any idea of his whereabouts?
Edward Thomas is currently not in the Dallas County Jail, and we're unaware of his whereabouts.
Do you have any reason to believe he could be connected?
There's nothing at this time to connect Mr. Edward Thomas and the offense that occurred yesterday.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you coming out and listening. We have Assistant Chief Avery Moore as well as Lex.
Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Good evening. I'm Avery Moore, Assistant Chief, Dallas Police Department. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for coming out on a Sunday evening. I know it was difficult, but we really do appreciate it. As you know, this month we have suffered a substantial number of homicides, 23 to be exact. But before I get into that, first I would like to acknowledge the families that have been impacted by this senseless violence. It's very difficult for us as a department not to grieve with the families. It's difficult when any family or community loses a loved one, and I just want them to know that the Dallas Police Department is sensitive to that. We understand that, and we share your concern as well as your grief. So I want you to know that you're in our thoughts and that you're in our prayers. And I also want to thank you that in spite of your pain, that you have worked with our investigators to help us solve these murders. As it stands right now, through diligent work from my investigators, we have been able to solve about 77% of these homicides. The national rate is only 59%, so we're far and above that. And again, without the help of the community, without the help of the families, without the help of witnesses, we wouldn't be able to accomplish that. By no means is our work done. Out of the 23 homicides, we've only solved 18, which is great, but that means there's 5 that are left unsolved. So I ask you that if you have any information pertaining to any of these homicides, that you please reach out to us and help us as you have in the past. And again, we really appreciate it. It is the Dallas Police Department's policy that we actively pursue murder suspects. We as a department hold human life dearly and precious, as should everybody, but we recognize that not everybody does. So speaking directly to them, I want you to know that the Dallas Police Department has never tolerated murder, and we never will. So understand that we will actively, aggressively pursue you. We need the help of the community, and that will be our directive. I also want the community to know that these acts of violence are singular. It's not by a serial person. We've had 1 that had a gang nexus to it. We've had 2 that have had a drug nexus. 1 involves a transgender victim, and all of them are unacceptable. We, the Dallas Police Department, take crime serious. We do have a summer initiative that will be laid out later this week by Chief Anderson, but understand that as an investigative team, that our investigators are dedicated, they're committed, and they're probably the most talented investigators in the country. Thus, again, is why our clearance rate is so high. If you have any information that can be of value and that can assist us, I ask that you call us at 214-353-TIPS or 214-353-8477. At this time, I'll take any questions.
And then you touched on the amount of murders, homicides in May, but can you specifically address the killing of Ms. Booker and the escalation from what you're seeing from April to today? This is going to, I know, get a lot of people's attention front and center.
Well, as Major Weddington said, we did not know there was a connection at the time that Ms. Booker was discovered to be deceased on yesterday morning. When we made that or got information about that identification being positive, this is why we call this press conference. We recognize that hate crimes, if you will, are a serious topic. We at the Dallas Police Department take them serious, and it's just unacceptable. And as I stated earlier, we have the best investigative team in the country, and we will find the perpetrators.
Do you believe her murder was motivated by hate?
I have no reason to say that or not. It is what it is. A person lost their life, a family's grieving, and we as the Dallas Police Department think that's unacceptable.
Have you been able to figure out anything about the circumstances leading up to it, where she was in the hours for the shooting call?
No, ma'am, we have not.
Any other questions? More questions? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.